Good morning, sixth grade. We are going to do a little bit of a rhythm review. We've finished up with our Renaissance unit, so we're going to go back to doing rhythms. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about our vocabulary. So look at the picture on the screen. You should see a squiggly thing and the numbers. What is that squiggly thing called that you see at the beginning of the measure? Say it out loud or write it down. If you said the treble clef, you would be correct. How about those numbers? What is the 4/4 called? Let's start with what it's called. It is called the time signature. The time signature now tells us what? Okay, it tells us how many beats are in a measure. Okay, so when I pause like that, make sure you're answering the questions. Alright, moving on to the next picture, you see a circle and it takes up the whole measure. What is that note called? Not the letter, but what is it called? It is called a whole note, okay? And how many beats does a whole note get? Does it 1, 2, 3, or 4 beats? If you said 4 beats, that is correct. Alright, moving on to the next picture, you see two items there for you to look at. What are those called? They are called half notes. Half note gets how many beats? 2 is correct, okay? So 2 beats. You would mark that as 1-2 and 3-4. Also, that whole note should be 1-2-3-4, right? Because it holds all the way through the measure. And then at half notes, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If you were to clap it. Okay, moving on to the next measure. You see 4 items in that measure. What are those called? Those are quarter notes. How many beats does a quarter note get? 1 is correct. Hopefully you are getting all of these right. I believe in all of your abilities to remember this from way long ago. So quarter notes get 1 beat, so you'd clap this measure 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Pretty simple. Next measure, you have a mixture of quarter notes and what? Those are quarter rests, right? What do we do for rests? How do we mark those in our music? There's something that goes around the number. It would be a parentheses. So you have 1, 2 in parentheses, 3, 4 in parentheses. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? You're only clapping on 1 and 3. Alright, take a look at that next measure. Alright, so now I'm going to need you to pull out a piece of paper because I'm going to be asking you to write down the counts, okay? So I'm going to you can see the line on the screen already, but you're going to write down the counts just like we would have practiced if we were in class right now, okay? And then I'm going to show you the answer. Alright, so write down your answer, pause if you need to, okay? Now we're going to move on to the next slide that gives us the answers. So you can see the 1-2 for those half notes because you're holding down the key if you were playing piano. Or if you're clapping, I want you to clap on beat 1 and then continue on moving your hand forward on 2. Okay, so it should be clap forward. Okay, so it's as if it's continuing. Same for that whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And it helps to say those numbers out loud, which is what I'm going to be doing with you. Okay? So we have those 2 half notes. 1-2, 3-4. The whole note. 1-2, 3-4. Holding it all the way through the measure. Then the third measure you see is 1, 2 in parentheses, 3, 4 in parentheses, and then the last measure 1-2 and 3-4. Okay, so we're going to clap this whole line together. Are you ready? Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so here's the next line that you're going to write down. So take your pen and paper, you can write in the counts. If you would like to draw the notes as well, you can do that. Whatever is easiest for you. So pause right now if you need to and write down these counts. Alright, so now that you've written them down, I'm going to go over them. So you see the numbers that are in pink. Okay, so you have 2 quarter notes, so 1, 2, a rest on 3, so that should be in parentheses 4, then 1-2 for that half note, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3-4 because you're holding it, and then the last measure is 1-2-3-4. Those dashes are important, okay, so make sure you include them. Alright, so let's clap this rhythm together, okay? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, make sure you're continuing those, your hand moving forward as you say 1-2 or 1-2-3-4, so that I know that you understand that you're supposed to hold down that key if you were to play that on piano. Okay, so if you need to go back and redo that one, if you messed up, maybe you clapped on that rest, make sure you do so. Get that rhythm correct, okay? Okay, and the last line that we're going to do today is shown on the screen. Okay, so again, take a moment to pause the video and write down the counts for this line, and then we will go over it. Alright, so now that you've paused it, hopefully, and come back to it, here are the counts. So you have 4 quarter notes, so those are easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. That 1 in parentheses, 2, 3, 4 in parentheses, 1-2 because you're holding it, and then 3-4, and then finally 1-2-3-4. Alright, so we're going to clap it together, okay? If you need another minute, you can pause the video to clap it yourself. Otherwise, here we go, okay? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? If you need to go back and redo that one so that you get it correct, please do so. I want you to be able to clap these rhythms, okay? And that will do it for this video. What I need you to do is take a picture of your counts and upload it into Google Classroom so that I know that you did this assignment today, okay? So other than that, great job today, and I will see you all later. Bye.